Good evening, high school basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Northview Wildcat basketball. Today's matchup between the 9th rated in the state in Division I and first place in the OK White, the Northview Wildcats, and the second place Grand Rapids Christian Eagles, who are one game out in the OK White and rated number 5 in the state in Division II. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Diebold and I welcome you to the pregame show. Glad you could join us today on the Northview Wildcats broadcast YouTube channel. While the Wildcats of Northview can clinch an outright OK White championship with a win here today at the Quest Center on the campus of Grand Rapids Christian High School. It'd be a repeat for Northview, back-to-back championships for Coach Channa and the Wildcats for only the second time in school history. There was a three-peat for back in 1984, 85, and 86, two different coaches. Jim Ogilvie had two of those, the repeat, and then it was Dwight Anderson that got the three in a row for the Wildcats. It won't be easy as state-rated Grand Rapids Christian is ready to earn a share of the title with a win here tonight and a win versus Forest Hill Central next week at home, and Northview taking care of business next week versus last place Greenville at Greenville. I'd like to bring in my guest analyst tonight, former player of mine at Northview, Kyle Zimdar. Kyle, it doesn't get any better or bigger than this. Two state-rated teams playing for a league championship. Cats going to have to try to clinch an outright championship on the road against a very good team.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You're exactly right. This is what high school basketball is all about. Great atmosphere, and just two teams going at it for the league championship.
So full disclosure here, I just got back from the Quest Center. We actually tried to do the ball game at the Quest Center. Their Wi-Fi is you couldn't even get on air. It was very weak. Got hotspot. Tried somebody's 5G phone. Did all I could to try to get it live there at the Quest Center because it looks like it's a festive atmosphere there, but could not get on the air, so packed everything up and drove across town and actually doing it from my office. We can see the live stream of it, so we're going to call the game off the live stream, myself and Kyle, and we'll just see how this goes. I know it'll be a little different, so you won't hear the normal crowd noise behind. We're going to try to, off one computer here, try to get some crowd noise piped through it as we get the game started here. Looks like it's going to be starting in about 15 minutes. But till then, we'll just continue on with the pregame show here. And so let's talk about these Grand Rapids Christian Eagles. Fifth-rated team in the state, Division II. The Eagles of Grand Rapids Christian look to get a share of the OK White Championship. Rated 9th against the number 9 team in the state in Division I, Northview. A huge matchup as the Wildcats try to capture an outright league championship on the Eagles' home floor. Let's take a look at the scout for the Eagles of Grand Rapids Christian. They are coached by head coach Eric Taylor, E.T. as he's affectionately called, a 1988 Wyoming Park graduate. He's in his 5th season at Grand Rapids Christian. Took over in 2018. Speaking of Wyoming Park, as he was a graduate there, he once scored 45 points in a game, second only to Drew Neitzel, who had two 50-point games, one 57 and one 54-point game. And he also coached the women's team at Grand Rapids Community College, did Eric Taylor. Played basketball at Oakland University and then went over and had a pro career over in Europe for multiple different teams. The Eagles are 15-4, 9-3 in the league with losses to East Grand Rapids, Hamtramck, Northview, and Byron Center. They had big wins, though, against South Christian, Hudsonville, Catholic Central. Those 3 games to start the year off, they beat those 3 teams. Also, they beat Warren De La Salle at East Kentwood in a showcase game earlier in the year. And they beat Granville, Warren Michigan Collegiate, and they have played the tough schedule just like Northview has. Offensively, they average 56 points a game. Defensively, give up 46, pretty similar to Northview. Eagles are a big, talented team, good athletes, and are good defensively, and they rebound very well. They've held 11 teams to 47 points or less. Only one team has scored more than 60 points on them. Christian could be another low-scoring game again here. Defensive battle. Northview plays good defense, as we all know. These two teams hold teams in the 30s and 40s the majority of the time. And would not surprise me if this ends up being a low-scoring ball game. Although in the first half, last game against these two teams, they were filling it up against each other. Last game, Northview won 57-50. Dono Timms went nuts in the first half, got 18 of his 20 points in the first half, hit 3 threes right in a row, and then he didn't hit another one for the rest of the ball game. And the Cats, like they do, had balanced scoring throughout the game. Eagles are led by junior center Jalen Owinga, 6'8", 9 points per game, a 2-year starter, great size and length, can shoot the three, great shot blocker inside, and he can score from anywhere on the floor. Calls all kinds of fits defensively with his shot blocking ability. He's got offers already from a bunch of MAC schools as a junior. Had 13 points last game versus Northview. Then you got senior Dono Timms, lefty, slasher and score, 16 points per game. He'll hit threes, he drives, he can do pull-up jumpers, has really turned himself into a big-time player. When feeling it, he can put up 30 on people. Last game, 20 points against Northview, 18 in the first half. And then junior 2-year varsity player Malachi Hooser, the lefty, a good 3-point shooter, averages about 6 points per game, very quick. And junior forward big man Nate Johnson, 6'7". He had 4 points last game against Northview. And then Tyler Porte, 6'6" senior, big, strong, physical player. He's a CMU commit for football. He's going to play tight end for him, as he's got the body for a tight end. He is a big, strong young man. Off the bench, junior Carter Goodike, 7 points last game versus Northview. And Isaiah Cavanis will play. He did not score last game against Northview. Eagles have won their last 6 games. Their last loss was at Byron Center at the beginning of the month, and are looking to get a share of the OK White title with a win here tonight at home. Eagles' last game Tuesday at Greenville. I don't know if people heard much about this game. Last place Greenville was up 8 points with 4 minutes to go at Greenville. Jackets did not handle things well down the stretch. Should have taken some time off the clock, but instead they jacked up 3 threes, all misses in the last 3.5 minutes of the game. Also turned the ball over 3 times in the last 3 minutes of the game. Greenville still had a 2-point lead with 40 seconds left in the game. Another turnover by Greenville led to a Grand Rapids Christian last-second shot by Jalen Owinga from about 2 feet away. A nice feed from Malachi Hooser over the top, and he caught it, a high-low kind of set. He caught it and had a little 2-footer as the buzzer went off, and it was tied at that time. And the Eagles escape at Greenville, as if they would have lost that game, Northview would have wrapped up the championship on Tuesday with their win at Forest Hills Northern. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Northview Wildcats, have a Coach Channa interview, and much more.
Team IT provides computer repair, IT services, networking, and more to the Grand Rapids area. They are located at 5234 Plainfield Avenue, Suite B. Contact owners Sam and Brady, DU grads, at 616-591-3139 for all your business and residential computer needs. Stop in or call Team IT for a free diagnostic test. Jerash Heating and Cooling. Call them at 616-647-0084 for all your heating and cooling needs. They are located just off West River Drive in Comstock Park. Ryan and Dave Jerash have owned this local company for over 40 years. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs.
And we are back here. Before we do the Northview Basketball Scout, I'm still checking things out on here, trying to get that feed from where we get it from. It looks like the girls' game is still going. They have the score differently, though, on the thing. But it looks like we're going to have probably 20 minutes here as the girls' game is still going against Grand Rapids Christian. Grand Rapids Christian girls, second place. They cannot win the title. This is the last game for the girls. They're going to finish in second. Grand Rapids Christian. Northview in last place. And they do not have the score up right now, and we'll keep you informed about this ball game right here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the interview with head coach David Chana of the Northview Wildcats as we get ready for this ball game, and might do some searching on this to make sure we're in the right spot. Here's head coach David Chana talking about Grand Rapids Christian. Coach, we are not going to look back at the Forest Hills Northern game because it is all about the Grand Rapids Christian game tonight. Kind of a weird week for you guys. I haven't talked to you, but just looking on social media, it looks like you guys have had 3 days off. What have you been able to do in those 3 days off?
Fortunately for us, we were allowed to practice. So the first storm day, we had to go in real early, 6:30 a.m. and get a practice in. And then yesterday we went in late after the roads kind of cleared up. So we still got our practices in, which was good. And I think aside from that, just being out of the routine makes me a little nervous. The only saving grace is every school's been off. So that helps a little bit too.
And today, correct me if I'm wrong, is your a scheduled midwinter break. Is that right? No school today?
Yes, no school today. So we actually are going to do a walkthrough this morning, and then we'll do another one like normal right before we get on the bus as well. So just try and get them out of bed, get them going, and then, business as usual after that.
All right, let's talk about this game. Northview can clinch an outright OK White championship with a win at the Quest Center. It will not be easy. A very good state-rated Grand Rapids Christian team. Let's break it down. First of all, offensively, your keys for your offense against Grand Rapids Christian.
I think a lot of it is going to be, just executing what we do. I think that we should have opportunities with their size and their post to get out in transition and, take advantage of our speed a bit. Step one is kind of do what we do and let's get out and run and make this thing an up and down game. Step two for us offensively, I think, is going to be, very methodical in how we attack them and really try and get their bigs out so we can get in and inside of the paint. So that's kind of our main emphasis there. And then, aside from that is, this is game 21. Just have fun, play with confidence. If you're open, let it fly and, see what happens.
All right, defensively, like I mentioned, they got all around good players. They got some physicality with some big guys. They have length with some tall guys. They can shoot the three. They got good guard play. They kind of got it all. What's your keys defensively to try to slow them down?
I think step one is, you can't let Jalen Allen get the ball in the post. I think that any of their tight games or games where they had to come from behind or, stressful situations, they kind of go defer to him. So step one is let's just not let the ball get to the post. And then aside from that, the Dono Timms, we got to make sure that he is located and accounted for so he doesn't go and hit 2-3 threes in a row and get him going. So, obviously we're kind of going to play our brand of basketball. That's what we do. Just a little more emphasis on those two areas.
Last game you guys played was at Northview about a month ago. You guys won 57-50. Looking at the stats, it was pretty even. Field goal percentage was even. Both teams shot the ball well. From the three-point arc, both teams made 3 threes. Free throws were pretty similar. It came down to just a couple things where there were some big differences. In the first game, you outscored them 18-5 on second chance points. Ty Thomas had a big game. He had some steals and offensive rebounding and got himself into the open court. You also, points in the paint, you had an advantage, 40-32 against a much bigger team. And then they had trouble matching up. They fouled you. They had 18 fouls versus your 9. Talk about maybe your domination inside against a bigger team.
I think that's kind of our mindset at Northview is, we're just going to go at it. We're going to go to the rim and try to not be a finessing team. I've always wished I could be a coach that coach better for teams that could shoot the 3 ball better. It's just not my DNA. So we like to go inside. We like to muck it up. We like to bang around in there. So I'm hoping we can still have that success down there. I will say this team is as good as we've seen all year. They're as well coached as we've seen all year. They're big, they're physical, they've got kids who can shoot it. They really do check all the boxes. I would say in the Division II, they have to be one of the contenders for the state championship. It's the amount of talent that they have. So, we got our work cut out for us, to say the least.
Well, hopefully, Coach, good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to celebrate with you an OK White outright championship, and an interview from you and some of your top players in that game. Could be a lot of fun here at the Quest Center tonight. Good luck.
Thanks a ton, Coach. I appreciate it.
And that was head coach David Channa earlier today, speaking about the important Grand Rapids Christian game tonight. The girls' game is still going on at Grand Rapids Christian, as we'll be getting the warm-ups going here momentarily. And until then, we will continue on with our pregame show. And let's now talk about the Northview Wildcats and their scout. Head coach David Channa in his fourth year. He's 62-21 in his career, 747 winning percentage. Assistant coaches Trevor Chalmers, Jeff Anima, Derek Brooks, Carter Bowes. JV coaches Tim Felix, the freshman coach Matt Hansen, managers Jordan Felker and Logan Johnson. Northview 16-4 on the year, 10th in the state, 10-2 in the league in first place, all alone, one game up on Grand Rapids Christian. East Grand Rapids is second. I checked that, third place, 2 games out. We'll go over the standings for you a little bit later in this pregame show. Northview's losses were to number 1 in the state, Cass Tech. That's Division I, best team in the state. They lost to Lowell at home in a big upset. And then Warren Lincoln, a very good team. Maybe I didn't see much of the Cass Tech game. We didn't do that game for you, but the Warren Lincoln team, a very good basketball team, and they're young. East Grand Rapids, they lost to. And those games, Lowell, Warren Lincoln, and East, that was the 3 in a row that they had lost. They have since righted the ship. Cats average 54 points per game. They give up 44, so Grand Rapids Christian scores 2 more points per game than Northview, and Northview's defense is 2 points better than Grand Rapids Christian. That 44 points per game defensively that Northview gives up on school record pace, ready to break their own record of 46.4 points per game that they set last year. Last year's team scoring margin, they defeated teams by 22 points per game. This year's team, they're beating teams by 10 points per game. Cats are led by 6'3" junior point guard E.J. Ryans, 11 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. He's almost got a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Good free throw shooter at 73%. A lot of MAC schools interested in him also, and he's only a junior. 6'3" freshman forward, his brother Cam Ryans, 11 points per game. They average the same. Cam, one of the leading rebounders on Northview, along with Tyron Thomas. They both average 6 rebounds per game. Cam Ryan's the only other player on Northview with a positive assist-to-turnover ratio. One of the best freshmen in the area. 6'4" senior forward Tyron Thomas, 10 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. Gets a lot of offensive rebounds, and he shoots it very well from the field as he gets high percentage shots. A lot of them dunks. 57% he is shooting from the field. He's a Frostburg State commit. That is a Division II school in Maryland. And 6'5" senior forward Parker Swartz, 10 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. He's got the most made threes on the team at 28, and he shoots it at a 30% clip. He's been shooting the ball, especially from behind the arc, much better lately. He's got 15 blocks on the team, the most blocks of any player. And he's got a lot of NAIA offers, local NAIA offers. 6'3" sophomore Brady Swartz, 6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. He shoots it at a 73% clip. He's only a sophomore. And then off the bench, 6'3" senior Jake Zerna does such a nice job for the Cats coming off the bench. 5 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. And he's shooting it very well inside. High percentage shots. A lot of his are offensive rebound putbacks, as 65% from the field Zerna is shooting. Other depth from the bench is senior guard Max Haveman and senior David Snow. Also junior Alex Armstrong and junior Josh Torres. And want to correct a mistake I made. I believe the last broadcast I did, I mentioned Alex Armstrong. I just found out that he was the son of a former player of mine, and I said it was Ryan Armstrong. It's not Ryan's son, it's Mark's son. So sorry about that mistake, but had both those players play for me, but it's Mark Armstrong's son. Mark I had brought up as a sophomore for Northview, and Ryan, a very good player for me. Talked to him the other day as he was watching one of the Northview games, and he was a good player, a good three-point shooter on Kyle Zimdar's team. Injured 6-foot senior guard Terrell Jefferson's got a foot injury. Looks like he might not be able to make it back to play yet this year. He was averaging 7 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. He was shooting at 59% from the field. He was an 83% free throw shooter. He was sorely missed when he went down in that Cass Tech game. He's an Aquinas commit, and good luck to Terrell in his upcoming Aquinas years. It's the Cats and the Eagles going at it here at Grand Rapids Christian today. When we come back, we'll talk about Northview's last game played as well as tonight's game. And you're listening to Northview Wildcat Basketball. Mike Diebold, Kyle Zimdar on the call tonight on the Northview Wildcats broadcast YouTube channel. You can find the link on the Northview Wildcats Facebook page and on my Twitter feed at Mike Diebold. We'll be right back to the LVZ Financial pregame show.
LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. 4994, and thank you for your support of Northview Athletics. Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited.
And we are back. Mike Diebold, Kyle Zimdar are going to be on the call this evening in our pregame show right now as the teams are warming up out on the court. And we're going to have a ball game for you here shortly. But let's continue on with the pregame show. Last game Northview played was Tuesday at Forest Hills Northern. Cats won 54-36 after kind of a close first half. Northview was led by freshman Cam Ryans with 14 points. Ty Thomas and E.J. Ryans added 10 points each. Forest Hills Northern was led by sophomore Justin St. Antoine with 11 points. That name sounds familiar. Scott St. Antoine, a former grad at Northview. And Nikki St. Antoine, her maiden name, and now a Mulheisen, the secretary at the high school for the AD, Pat Marsman. The game tonight versus Grand Rapids Christian. Last game these two teams played, Northview won 57-50. Northview was led by Ty Thomas with 14 points. Parker Swartz had 13, hitting 3 threes. Also had 8 rebounds. The Ryans brothers each had 10. Cats made big free throws down the stretch to claim the victory. Eagles were led by Dono Timms, 20 points, 18 of them in the first half. Jalen Owinga added 13. Both teams played well as they both shot 50% from the field. Neither team shot well from 3, only 20% both teams, low 20 percentiles. Northview big advantage on second chance points as they outscored them 18-5 on second chance points. Off of their 12 offensive rebounds, Dono Timms hit his first 3 threes in that ball game, was on fire, and then missed his last 6 of the ball game. We'll be right back as we take a look at other good games in the area tonight. Take a look at teams in the OK White and who they are playing. And the Associated Press state rankings. Come on back to the LVZ Financial pregame show. Cats versus the Eagles are coming up.
Insurance. Call Northview grad Shane Saraki for all your insurance needs. Shane, a late 80s Northview grad, can help you with all your insurance needs. Call Shane at Nationwide Insurance at 678-634-6870. And thanks for your support of Northview Athletics. Jerash Heating and Cooling. Call them at 616-647-0084 for all your heating and cooling needs. They are located just off West River Drive in Comstock Park. Ryan and Dave Jerash have owned this local company for over 40 years. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs. Thank you, sponsors of Northview Athletics. Frames Unlimited, Kyle Zimdar. Shane Saraki, Nationwide Insurance. LVC Financial Planning, Ryan Vanderswart. Jerash Heating and Cooling, Ryan and Dave. Team IT, Brady and Sam. The Score Restaurant, Mike Marsman of Treadstone Mortgage. Ken Jansen of Lake Michigan Credit Union. Michelle Berger of Berger Realty. Mary Schoen of Greenridge Realty, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Angela Davis Brown Salon, Cutting Edge Builders, Tool Construction, Quality Express Car Care Center, Lindy Tanis of Tanis Home GR, Legend Signs, Flo's Pizza, Jones Construction, Christian Koff Fundraising, Plume Service Company, Shannon Swartz of Pure Point Mortgage, Woodland Airstream, and Straight Line Fence.
I'd like to take this time to introduce our newest sponsor here at Northview, Real Food Cafe. Thank you so much for your sponsorship of Northview Athletics. Real Food Cafe is located near Plainfield and 4 Mile. Other games in the OK White, Forest Hill Central is at East Grand Rapids. Obviously, this ball game here tonight, Grand Rapids Christian and Northview, the top game. But this Forest Hill Central at East Grand Rapids is going to be a good ball game. Forest Hills Northern at Greenville. That's one of those teams will get out of the basement as they're both tied for last place. And Lowell at Byron Center. Other good games in the area tonight. Rockford is at Granville. They are trying to see who can get second place in the red because the title will be going to the winner of the Hudsonville at East Kentwood game, which is being played tonight at East Kentwood. And that, again, is for the OK Red title. And then Hamilton is at Coopersville for the blue title. So we got a red, white, and blue titles going up here tonight. Gold's already been... South Christian and Catholic Central is already tied for that one. But 3 different leagues here. The red, white, and blue could be having their titles either outright championships or some shared titles this evening. Let's take a look at the OK White standings. Northview in first place. Grand Rapids Christian in second, 1 game out. East is third, 2 games out. And then we got Byron Center and Forest Hill Central tied for 4th place. Lowell is in 6th, and as I mentioned, Forest Hills Northern and Greenville tied for last place in the OK White. The Associated Press top 25 West Michigan area teams that are ranked, there's 3 of them in Division I. Muskegon is 5, Northview is 9, Grand Haven is 16, and in Division II, number 5 is Grand Rapids Christian, number 6, South Christian, and number 7, Catholic Central, as South beat Catholic Central badly Tuesday night to share the title. They won by 28 points, did South Christian on their home floor. Earlier in the year, Catholic Central beat South. I believe it was like a 2-point ball game. And South Christian snapped Catholic Central's with that win, 75-game OK Gold win streak, which went on for about 6 years. And that was snapped by South Christian in that festive atmosphere on Tuesday night. Wyoming Lee is also rated 20th in Division II. So it's the Cats and the Eagles. Eagles trying to capture a share of the OK White title with the win on their home court tonight. A big one. Cats and Eagles coming up. Starting lineups, opening tip, right around the corner.
LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. And thank you for your support of Northview Athletics. If you'd like to help sponsor Northview Athletics, we're looking for sponsors already for this fall season. Football, and then basketball, boys and girls, and a few other sporting events during the year. Private message me on Facebook or on my Twitter feed at MikeDiebold5, or send a message on the Northview Wildcats broadcast Facebook page if you are interested with some contact information, and we will get back to you. It's a good value for your advertising budget. 3 different packages to choose from, so we can continue to broadcast Northview Athletics at no cost to the school. Whether you're a sponsor now or a new sponsor, we'd love to hear from you. And as always, go Wildcats! Nationwide Insurance. Call Northview grad Shane Saraki for all your insurance needs. Shane, a late 80s Northview grad, can help you with all your insurance needs. Call Shane at Nationwide Insurance at 678-634-6870. And thanks for your support of Northview Athletics.
And we are back. If you're just joining us, early on in this pregame show, we had talked about, and I don't know how many people realize, I don't think it was on the news, I didn't see it on any of the news feeds or whatever, but Grand Rapids Christian's last game was at Greenville on Tuesday while Northview was playing Forest Hills Northern. And Greenville probably should have upset Grand Rapids Christian, which would have gave Northview the outright title, regardless of these last 2 games left here, because they would have been 2 games up. And, obviously they would have had to take care of business with Greenville to get it. But this game wouldn't be as crucial if Greenville. Let me explain what happened at the end of that Greenville game, as I saw some film on it. The game Tuesday against last place Greenville. Greenville was up 8 points with 4 minutes to go in that ball game. The Jackets didn't handle things well down the stretch. They should have taken time off the clock, but instead they jacked up 3 threes, all misses in the last 3.5 minutes of that ball game when they were up 8. They also turned the ball over 3 times in the last 3 minutes of the game. Greenville still had a 2-point lead with 40 seconds left in the ball game with the basketball. And another turnover by Greenville led to a Grand Rapids Christian score, and then it was all tied up. And then with 2 seconds left, basically, Grand Rapids Christian hit a last-second shot, Jalen Owinga, from about 2 feet away as Malachi Hooser made a nice little entry pass over the top to him, kind of away from the defenders, pretty well defended. Owinga went up high like he does and caught it and put up the little 2-footer as the horn sounded, got it off cleanly, and they ended up escaping there, and that game didn't end up going into overtime as Grand Rapids Christian wins it at Greenville. And like I mentioned, had they lost that game, Northview would have had a 2-game lead with 2 games to go, and one of those games against last place Greenville, which they play next Thursday. Grand Rapids Christian has one more game also, as they will be playing next Tuesday on their home floor. Their last 3 games, I think they play Wyoming after that, a non-league game. Their last 3 games are on their home floor here. But Forest Hill Central at Grand Rapids Christian, while Northview will already know the score of that game because it's a Tuesday night. Northview plays Thursday, and they play at Greenville. And as you can see, you got to play well in the OK way because teams can bite you. Lowell's gotten a couple good teams. They beat Northview. They knocked off another good team, did Lowell. And Greenville nearly knocks off Grand Rapids Christian, a state-rated team. So you just never know high school ball when you have these teenagers out there. You just don't know sometimes. I'd like to bring in now my color analyst tonight, Kyle Zimdar. And Kyle, did you happen to see the last Grand Rapids Christian game at all?
No, I didn't. I listened to your broadcast last time, and so when you went over in the pregame stuff, the size of some of these guys and what Coach Channa was saying about, they got to keep it out of the paint. So we'll see if they can do that, and I'm sure they're an impressive team. I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah, Nate Johnson inside is big. They got Jalen Awinga long, and they're long. They got long arms. They're kind of thin builds, and then you got the tight end football player Porte inside, and then probably one of the better guards. Maybe in the area. That's saying a lot. Catholic Central's got some good ones, but Dono Timms is just quick as they come, and when he gets it going, the lefty, he can knock down the threes, and he runs the show so well, and he's so quick. He's hard to stay in front of, and he was really getting it going early on in that last game. 18 first-half points, hit 3 threes in a row to get them getting up by 6 points in that game. Northview had to take time out, but Northview ended up getting them in a good ball game. And they kind of surprised me a little bit, 18-5 inside on second chance points. Tyron Thomas did a good job on the boards, as he quite often does, getting some second chance points. And Jake Zerna coming in doing a good job. So we'll see what happens here tonight if they can do the same.
Yeah, and you heard Coach Channa in the pregame too, in your interview with him, talking about Thames and how they don't always, kind of key in on one player. They kind of play their style of defense, but he did say, hey, we got to know where he is at all times because he can knock it down and he can get to the rim.
So we're about ready to get going here, and we'll be turning things over to the public address announcer here at Grand Rapids Christian for the starting lineups. We will probably break away for some commercials during the national anthem, but we're pretty close to getting things going here in this big ball game. Grand Rapids Christian and Northview at Grand Rapids Christian at the beautiful Quest Center. And two good coaches, notable coaches, David Channa for the Northview Wildcats, and then you got E.T. Eric Taylor for Grand Rapids Christian. This should be a good one. We'll be right back with the starting lineups.
Team IT provides computer repair, IT services, networking, and more to the Grand Rapids area. They are located at 5234 Plainfield Avenue, Suite B. Contact owners Sam and Brady, DU grads, at 616-591-3139 for all your business and residential computer needs. Stop in or call Team IT for a free diagnostic test. GR Heating and Cooling. Call them at 616-647-0084 for all your heating and cooling needs. They are located just off West River Drive in Comstock Park. Ryan and Dave Jarash have owned this local company for over 40 years. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs. Thanks to our sponsor Mike Marsman at Treadstone Funding. Mike is an experienced loan officer and a Northview alum. You can call Mike at 616-437-3962. Whether purchasing a home or looking to refinance your current home, call Mike. Nationwide Insurance. Call Northview grad Shane Saraki for all your insurance needs. Shane, a late 80s Northview grad, can help you with all your insurance needs. Call Shane at Nationwide Insurance at 678-634-6870. And thanks for your support of Northview Athletics.
And we are back at the Quest Center. Grand Rapids Christian and Northview minutes away from tipping it off. We'll get those starting lineups to you. Probably break away for the national anthem. But let's again go over a couple of these matchups between the Wildcats of Northview and the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles. Grand Rapids Christian, Jalen Awinga, big 6'8 center, 9 points per game. Last game versus Northview, he had 13 in the ball game. And Dono Timms, probably their two main players, Awinga and Timms. And for Northview, they have balanced scoring. The Ryans brothers lead them in scoring, 11 points per game each. Tyron Thomas and Parker Swartz each averaging 10 points per game. So very balanced scoring for the Wildcats. Brady Swartz, a starter, averages 6 points per game. Jake Zerna coming off the bench, averaging 5 points per game. And then also for Grand Rapids Christian, Malachi Hooser, a good three-point shooter. He had 6 points last game against Northview. Nate Johnson, a 6'7" big man, only a junior. He only had 4 points last game against Northview. And then the CMU commit, tight end for football, big, strong, physical player and senior 6'6" Tyler Porte. And then Carter Goodike off the bench was their third leading scorer in the game last time these two teams played. He scored 7 points. So we're going to do the national anthem right now, and we'll break away for our final commercials, and we're about ready to get things going here at the Quest Center. We'll be right back with the starting lineups. Eagles and the Cats going at it. League championship on the line.
Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited. LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. And thank you for your support of Northview Athletics.
Going to cut back in here as we have a live rendition of the national anthem for you. We're going to do the lineups right along with the public address announcer. We're getting some feedback from the outside mic, so I'm not sure if that's coming across for you guys. If it is, it's probably annoying. So we're going to do starting lineups ourselves. For the Wildcats, it's going to be number 3, Parker Swartz, number 4, Tyron Thomas, number 5, E.J. Ryans, and number 0, Cam Ryans, and number 21, Brady Swartz. Swartz a freshman, Swartz a sophomore, Cam Ryan's a freshman, E.J. Ryan's a junior, Ty Thomas and Parker Swartz, seniors. For the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles, they will start Malachi Hooser at their point guard, then Dono Timms, number 5, their off guard, shooter and slasher. Nate Johnson, a junior, big 6'7". Tyler Porte, number 22, is senior. We're going to Central Michigan University on a football scholarship. And there's number 32, Jalen Owinga, the junior. So a young team as Owinga, junior, and Nate Johnson, a junior. Malachi Hooser, a junior. Timms and Porte, the only two seniors for their starters, and the Wildcats have two seniors as well, Parker Swartz and Tyron Thomas. We're ready to get things going here at the Quest Center on the campus of Grand Rapids Christian High School for the league championship here. Cats can clinch it with the win here tonight. Thomas jumping center against Owinga, and Owinga is going to win the tip, and Malachi Hooser has it for Grand Rapids Christian. Hooser, top of the key, almost stolen by Parker Swartz as he comes and blocks the shot as Timms went up and Swartz blocked the shot. E.J. Ryan's going the other way, misses a contested layup. Tyron Thomas with the rebound. He misses the shot. And we're going to get a call. Foul's going to be on Porte, number 22. His first. The team's first. Tyron Thomas is going to be going to the free throw line. He was trying to tip that ball back in, and he makes the first free throw. Cats draw first blood, 1-0. Cats lead it. Missed the second free throw. Thomas misses the free throw. 1-0. Cats lead it. Nate Johnson has the basketball, gets it up top key. Porte, Malachi Hooser slipped on the floor, no travel call. He still has the basketball. Cam Ryan's checking him. Nate Johnson, top of the key. Ball goes inside. Now back around the cylinder as they get it to the left wing. Nate Johnson as they switch out as Northview does. Cam Ryan's a little shove out of bounds, and we're going to get a turnover. As they said, Nate Johnson went out of bounds, maybe a little shove by the Wildcats, no call. And Grand Rapids Christian's going to do a full court, three-quarter court, 1-2-2 full court press. Three-quarter court press.
Yeah, good defense there by Northview. I saw Thomas really pushing Hollinger out of the lane, making sure he didn't get it in deep. And then, like you said, maybe a little contact as they went to drive there, but he did cut him off and force the turnover.
Cats lead it 1-0. And E.J. Ryans has the basketball, gets it over Parker Swartz. Three ball on the way is no good. Rebounded by Grand Rapids Christian. Parker just short on that one. And we still got 1-0. Owinga is going to get an easy one as Tyron Thomas, three-quarters getting around, couldn't get to the basketball. And Owinga finishes easily. And it's 2-1 ball game as Grand Rapids Christian in the lead. Northview tries to get a shot up. It's blocked, but away. Brady Swartz is going to clean it up and put it back in. Brady Swartz with his first 2 points of the ball game. Cats back in the lead, 3-2. Full disclosure here, I can't give you the time as we're watching this on a stream, and they usually have the showing the scoreboard, but they don't in this ball game. They're not even giving you the score. We're keeping the score for you. So interesting broadcast here this evening. I was down at the Quest Center. There is zero Wi-Fi there. We were getting virtually no signal, and the hot spots were just dead around the area, so we could not get on air. So I hustled back here, actually doing this ball game from my office with Kyle Zimdar, and we are doing this game for you through a live stream feed, and they're not keeping the score nor the clock being shown, so we can only kind of guess on about how much time's left. I'm guessing probably about 5 minutes left in this first quarter as Grand Rapids Christian just playing around with the basketball for about a minute. Owinga finally takes a three and knocks it down. Jalen Owinga with a quick 5 points here. And we got a 5-3 ball game. Owinga's got all 5 points for Grand Rapids Christian. And 2-point lead for Christian, and they are going to do a full court press. They got the big 6'7" Nate Johnson at the point in this press. Kind of a token pressure as now they just kind of walk the ball up the floor. Not much of a press, just token. All the way, Northview gets it into Cam Ryans. Cam Ryans is going to score it as they break that press. Cam Ryans with his first 2 points, and the Cats tied it up 5-5.
Yeah, they did a great job getting the ball in the middle against that press and finding Cam Ryans cutting down toward the lane.
Try a high-low Porte with the turnovers. He put it off the board, and Owinga kind of ducked. Wildcats come away with it. Cam Ryans coast to coast, can't get the finish. Christian comes down with the rebound. They're on the push. Nate Johnson has it left wing. Tried to get into Owinga. Another turnover by Christian as a steal by Brady Swartz. EJ coast to coast and gets the layup. EJ Ryans with the score. And we got a 7-5 lead for Northview. And Coach Taylor, E.T., has seen enough of that little run by Northview. Doesn't like the turnovers by Grand Rapids Christian. And he's going to call a timeout. His first timeout. And we're going to take a timeout. Wildcats lead it 7-5. Guessing about 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter.
LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. And thank you for your support of Northview Athletics.
Cats lead at 7-5. Thanks to my scorekeeper here, Kyle Zimdar. Got an interesting broadcast coming on, but doing the best we can here as tried to set up there at the Quest Center, but we are doing this remotely, not even at the game, from a live stream, and they are not keeping the score, no clock on, as Dono Timms quickly answers as they just inbound it, and the lefty got a high roller to go. So we got a tie game at 7-7. Northview comes back the other way. Cam Ryan's inside. Looked like it was a blocked shot in there. See if we can get that. I believe that's Carter Gooddyke just into the ball game. He thought he was straight up, but the official calls a foul, and Cam Ryans will be going to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Cam, 56% free throw shooter on the year for the Wildcats. Misses the first free throw. Part of Cam's game this summer he's going to need to improve on. Going to have to shoot a lot of free throws because his career here, only a freshman, is going to get a lot of attention, a lot of fouls, and getting to that free throw line. And he needs to knock him down as he does the second one. Cam with 3 points, leading scorer for the Wildcats, and the Cats take an 8-7 lead.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Cam on the games that I've seen, and like you said, he's going to get a lot of free throws over his career, so if he works on those, it's going to be great.
Owinga, turnaround jumper from 12 feet from the baseline, just short, no good. Thomas with the rebound. Cats have the basketball and the 1 point lead. Glad you could join us. Kyle Zimdar, Mike Diebold on the call. Eagles and Cats, an important game for the league title here. E.J. Ryan stops and pops from 15 feet. He gets it to go. Cats with a 3 point lead. That's their biggest lead of the ball game for the Cats. 10-7.
Yeah, that's a great drive there, and I like how he didn't get all the way to the basket. Just kind of pulled short with some of those bigger guys in there. Under control, made a nice shot.
Got a foul away from the basketball. E.J. Ryans is going to get that foul called on him. His first foul. Nate Johnson will be taking the ball out of bounds against the man defense. Northview always employs a man defense. Over the top, Owinga. Hoosier gets it inside. No good. Owinga can't finish from 4 feet away. Well defended in there by the Cats. Cats come away with the rebound. Cam Ryans coast to coast. He's in traffic. He gets his shot blocked by Owinga. And here comes Christian the other way. Up and down we go. Owinga is going to go all the way to reverse layup and gets the finish. I thought he might go up with the dunk. He ends up protecting himself with the rim, does the reverse layup, and gets fouled. I believe that foul is on Cam Ryans. Owinga scores it, He's got 7 points on the ball game. Cats lead at 10-9. Owinga looking for the and one, trying to tie things up here with, I'm guessing, about 2.5, 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Owinga knocks down the free throw. He's got 8 first quarter points. Jalen Owinga, the junior center for Christian, ties things up at 10 all.
And I think you're exactly right. He was going in for the dunk, and then as soon as he got some contact, was able to do great body control, took the foul and made the bucket.
Brady Swartz has the basketball. High pick and roll with Thomas. Brady works his way into the lane. Nice finish. Brady Swartz probes his way into the lane and gets the little 4-footer to go. He's got 4 points for the sophomore at Northview.
Yeah, great move right in the lane, a little spin move, and right in between 2 defenders.
Cats up 2, 12-10. Timms has the basketball. He's going to turn it over, trying to get it over to Owinga. Parker Swartz with the steal going the other way, and Tyron Thomas with the dunk. Cats with the steal. Nice play by Parker Swartz with the steal. Nice no-look pass to Thomas trailing, and he slams it home, and the Cats lead it by 4, 14-10. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Cats.
Yeah, great defense by Swartz there. Hollingo wanted to get him on his body. He wouldn't let him, and kind of snuck around him right when that pass was made and led to the fast break dunk by Thomas. What a great play.
Christian inbounds the ball. They go over the top. Owinga, just like the final play in that Greenville game. Malachi Hooser, as they front Owinga, they go way over the top to him, and Owinga finishes. He's got double figures, 10 points in this first quarter, and he's got 10 of the 12 points for Grand Rapids Christian. Northview leads it by 2, has the basketball. Going to get a reach-in foul on Timms. It's going to be his first foul.
Yeah, Northview's trying to front Hollinga there, and when they're getting it in the middle, there's not a lot of help side there, and they're doing a nice job getting over the top to him.
The entry pass is coming from the top of the key, so no help side. You get help side when you're on one of the wings. When that entry pass goes off the top of the key, I've seen people even throw it off the backboard to people when you go to front them. So tough matchup inside for Northview. We'll see how they adjust to that. Cats have the basketball. Cam Ryans has it. Things probably winding down under a minute here in the first half. And as we say, guessing, there's no clock that we are able to see from where we are. So we're just kind of guessing the time, which isn't real convenient for a play-by-play guy. Thomas with the 3-ball, no good, but there's Brady Swartz with the offensive rebound. Cam Ryans back out. Thomas another 3, in and out, halfway down, hit the rim, couldn't get it to go. Here comes the Eagles. Got a break going the other way, but the Cats get back. Christian has the basketball. Not much time left in this first quarter as they back it out. Cats with a 2-point lead, 14-12. And it looks like they're going to hold for 1. Does Grand Rapids Christian. And if you're just joining us, again, we cannot see a clock anywhere for the time. Shot is up by Hooser, no good. Parker Swartz has it, and a 3-quarter court shot at the buzzer is way short and no good. And the Cats are going to take a 14-12 first quarter lead. We'll be right back.
Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited.
Well, if you're just joining us, we are actually not at the Quest Center. I was there earlier, could not get on a Wi-Fi anywhere. Used different phones, some 5G Wi-Fi, some the school's Wi-Fi. We couldn't get the admin Wi-Fi. Had hotspots. We did everything we could, and we could not get a Wi-Fi signal strong enough that we could get the game broadcast to you. We did a test, and it would not come on air. So I hustled home so we could at least bring you the ball game and get you the legitimate score, know what's going on, do the best we can with our play-by-play here, but challenging to say the least. But we're doing our best, and we're at least getting you describing the action for you as we're getting a live stream from it. Jake Zerna just back into the basketball game for the Wildcats. He gets it over to Brady Swartz. Cats lead it by 2, 14-12, just starting the second quarter. Cam Ryans has it. Looked like he might have wanted to shoot a three. Thinks better of it. Gets it over to E.J. Ryans. E.J. gets cut off. Cam is going to shoot this three and got it. Cam Ryans from the right wing, between the wing and the top of the key. Cam Ryans knocks it down. He's got 6 points. Leading scorer for the Cats. Owinga leads Grand Rapids Christian with 10 first quarter points. Malachi Hooser gets the ball over to DeGroot. He drove down the lane, went to dunk it, and standing in there was Cam Ryans. Took one in the chest, and DeGroot, check that, Gooddyke could not get the dunk to go. Almost flushed it, but it's going to get called for the offensive foul. Nice job by Cam Ryans.
Yeah, terrific job sacrificing your body there. That guy was coming down the lane extremely hard. He stepped in, squared his body, and drew the charge.
So Cam hits the three at one end, takes the charge, and doesn't give up the dunk on the other end. The freshman having a heck of a game. Speaking of the freshman, he gets the ball at the lowest post, goes over Tyler Porte and scores it. Cam Ryans having himself a ball game here early on. He's got 8 points. Hooser's going to drive in the lane. The left, he gets a high archer and gets it to go. Malachi Hooser gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Nice drive.
Yeah, last time down, Cam Ryan's nice pump fake in the post to get his guy up in the air and then finished.
Got a 19-14 Northview lead. They were up as much as 7, 19-12 was the biggest lead of the ball game for them. But that layup just cut it to 5. Jake Zerna gets himself 6 feet from the basket. He's double teamed. Does a good job not turning it over. Gets it to E.J. Ryans. Over to Cam Ryans. Cam in the lane. High arcing shot. Cam Ryans is feeling it in traffic. Gets the little 4-foot floater to go. He's got 10 points. And Cam Ryans, the freshman, with 10. The junior Owingo with 10 for Grand Rapids Christian. And we're back up to the big lead of 7 points. And Malachi Hooser quickly drives the lane. Get a left-hander up. Cuts the lead now to 5. 21-16. We got a whistle away from the basketball. I think we're going to get an illegal pick set away from the basketball on the Wildcats. So the turnover on the illegal pick, did not see who it was on. And the official out of the screen right now as he's down at the other end. So we couldn't see who he called that foul on. But it was on the Wildcats as Max Haveman enters the ball game for the Cats. Grand Rapids Christian will have the basketball. Over the top, Owinga trying to get it inside. Good double team as they got Haveman was on him, 6'1" on 6'8", and E.J. Ryans came across with the backside help, knocked it out of bounds. So Christian will have it underneath. They get it to Owinga. Owinga back to Nate Johnson. He's got an easy lane to the basket, reverse layup and scores it. Nate Johnson with the pretty easy bucket there. Breakdown for Northview.
Yeah, Thomas didn't want to come over off of Hollinga and created an easy lane for that bucket.
3-point lead for the Cats. They have the basketball, 21-18. Cam Ryans gets it over to Parker Swartz, top of the key. Left wing, EJ. EJ to Haveman. Thomas has missed a couple threes. One was halfway down, had a look there, did not shoot it. Swings it around. Cam Ryans gets in the lane, gets his partially blocked, and away comes the Eagles with it. 2-on-1 break the other way. Nice finish by Carter Gooddyke. Gets his first 2 points. Nice break ran by Grand Rapids Christian. And we got a 1-point ball game. Cats lead it by 1 as they were up as much as 7 points in this ball game. It has been cut to 1 now. 6-0 run by Grand Rapids Christian. Max Haveman has the basketball, gets it out to E.J. Ryans, being checked by Malachi Hooser. Thomas, right wing, against a 1-3-1, kind of a saggy zone. So they start man now. It's almost like a matchup zone they got going
tough.
there.
They're switching, but I think it's man, but it's kind of a saggy man.
Going to get a illegal pick away from the basketball. I believe Max Haveman is going to get called for that. And so the turnover on the Wildcats will turn it over, and Grand Rapids Christian can take a lead here. They led 5-3 at one point in this ball game and have not led since that 5-3 lead early in the ball game. We are guessing we are halfway through the second quarter here as Nate Johnson goes up and Brady Swartz comes down with his miss. Nice rebound by Brady, falls to the floor and does a good job of getting it to E.J. Ryans. E.J. now in the open court. He's double teamed, kicks out. Brady Swartz, 3-ball, top of the key, got it. Brady Swartz knocks down a big 3. He's got a nice ball game going. He's got 7 points, already above his average.
Yeah, that's a big shot to get that run halted for Christian.
Momentum stopper right there, knocking the 3 down. 3 up in the air. Gudike having a good ball game, couldn't get it to go. Brady Swartz with the rebound. Tears it away from Nate Johnson. Then we're going to get a foul called on Malachi Hooser. And so the Wildcats will have the basketball. Hooser with the foul. Cats with a 4-point lead. Guessing probably midway through the second quarter here. When I say guessing, if you're just joining us, okay, we got some technology. What do you got going on?
That's a text from somebody who's at the game.
There we go.
Helping me out with the time a little bit.
We got all kinds of technology going here, helping our broadcast up. Thomas with an air ball from 12 feet. Just over 3 minutes left here. We got people at the ball game texting this time. Timms with a long 3, doesn't draw iron too long off the board. Northview with the rebound. Northview has it. E.J. Ryans has the basketball. 4-point lead for Northview. Just under 3 minutes left. Looked like Thomas got his shot blocked as he was going up, but they say he knocked it out of bounds. And so I don't know if you want to call that a missed shot or a block shot off him, but it goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will have it.
Yeah, good drive, but good defense there. Knocked it right off the top of his head, I think it went out of bounds.
Okay, went off his head was the deal with the block shot. Into the ball game, Tyler Davis, the sophomore, for Grand Rapids Christian. Nate Johnson between the leg dribble, can't shake Cam Ryans. Carter Gudike, the junior, having a nice move. Nice spin dribble, left-handed finish, and the foul on Brady Swartz. He didn't think he touched him. But Carter Gudike, who had 7 points last time these two teams played, was their third leading scorer, is taking people off the dribble in this one. A nice left-handed finish. He's got 4 points, and he's going to the free throw line looking for the and one.
Yeah, that's a good, strong move. I saw it. Brady Schwartz was in pretty good position, but he just made a nice spin move around him, laid it up with the left hand, and got the foul.
Gudike too long on the free throw. He misses it. And got a minute 30 left in the half.
Thanks to Ryan Armstrong for sending some text with the time there.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Getting the assist, Ryan Armstrong. As Northview spreading the floor as the clock is winding down here, just over a minute left. So they're spreading the floor, going to be very patient. Except for Brady's feeling it. He banks it in from a deep top of the key. Brady, everything going right. Back-to-back threes for Brady Swartz. Banks it in from the top of the key. He'll take it. And the Cats now up 5.
My theory was they don't show that it banked in the scorebook. It just says 3 in there.
Exactly. Nate Johnson has it, gets it over to Gudike, top of the key. Gudike almost turned it over. Parker almost with another steal. Nate's going to drive. Thomas steps over, takes the charge. Nice job, Tyron Thomas stepping in as Nate Johnson, the big guy, barreling down the left baseline. Thomas gives up his body. A big play. Charge called on Nate Johnson.
That's the second time now Northview's giving up their body on that. That guy was coming fast towards the bucket too, and Thomas just stepped in, sacrificed his body for the turnover.
Cats with the 5-point lead and the basketball.
Less than a minute.
Just under a minute left in the first half. After the MHSAA message, make sure you come on back to the Frames Unlimited halftime report. We'll recap this first half for you right after the MHSAA message. E.J. Ryans has the basketball. High pick and roll with Parker Swartz. E.J. floater from the baseline from 6 feet. High archer gets it to go. Got it over Owinga. E.J. Ryans with 6 points. Balanced scoring again for Northview. And Coach Eric Taylor is going to call timeout. And Wildcats with a 5-point lead. They were up as much as 7. I take it. That's 5 or 7. Yeah, 19-12 they were up at one time. Oh, we're up here. So it's 7-point lead right now, 29-22. Wildcats lead it as we're doing the best we can here, but we got all kinds of technology going here.
I had to start a new column on the notepad here for you, and Coach DeBold didn't see it there. So 33 seconds left in the half, Coach.
This is going to go into the memoirs. This is an interesting, but we had to bring it to you. It's a big game, championship game for. If the Cats can win it, we'll have a 2-game lead with 1 to go, so they will clinch the outright championship. Wish we were there where we could get some interviews and things for you after the ball game, but obviously that's not going to happen. But we'll recap that ball game for you with the Jerash Heating and Cooling post-game show. Timms is going to drive to the basket. Parker Schwartz gets a block, but they're going to call foul with the body. He was clean up top, but Timms kind of leaned in a little bit and got the foul. And Dono Timms, been quiet in this game with 2 points, is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I think Parker Schwartz was a little surprised he drived, thinking they were going to probably hold for one shot, but Tim saw the lane and took it.
Parker limping. He's had an ankle injury earlier in the year, and he's not walking right now. He's going to get subbed in for Jake Zerna. Parker gingerly walking off the floor. That's not a good sight. He has been playing awfully well, especially defensively. He has come a long way defensively. He'll probably go to the locker room, get it looked at, as we're probably about 30 seconds or so left. Timms made the first free throw, missed the second, but they get the offensive rebound as Timms made the first, missed the second. Owinga got the offensive rebound, went up, and before he could get the shot up, got fouled on the floor. So Grand Rapids Christian's going to have the basketball and the 4-point lead, 29-25. Timms out of bounds play, misses a little one inside, couldn't get the little 4-footer to go, and Zerna comes away with the rebound. Cats have the basketball. See what they hold for one shot here as we're winding down last few seconds of the half. Cam Ryans has the basketball, and he is being hounded by Cavanis. We're going to call for a travel on Cam Ryans as he's trying to take the air out of the basketball. Cavanis doing a nice job guarding him. And so Christian will have the basketball with not very much time left. Full court pressure by Northview. Timms has the basketball. A wild shot from the corner. Almost got it to go. A wild 3 from the left baseline as he's falling out of bounds as he had to get the shot up as time was running out. And Timms misses the shot. And if you could text Ryan, see if we got the score correctly here. But as far as we know, the score is Northview 29 and Grand Rapids Christian 25 at the half. Northview leads it by 4. They led it by 2 after the first quarter, and they outscore them by 2 more in the second quarter. Cats lead it by 4. Entertaining first half. And after the MHS AA message, come on back as we will have the recap for you here on the Frames Unlimited halftime report.
A familiar name claims a couple of state titles in the UP, and a first-time name qualifies for quarterfinal action at the Wings Event Center. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The girls' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA girls' basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 27th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 26th, the boys' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket. The boys' tournament will begin March 6th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team. The finals for both the boys and girls will air live on Valley Sports Detroit. The girls' finals are Saturday, March 18th, with the boys 1 week later on March 25th. Semifinals and finals will all be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the girls' side are West Bloomfield in Division 1, Detroit Edison in Division 2, Ypsilanti Arbor Prep in Division 3, and Fowler in Division 4. And then on the boys' side, the defending champions are Warren De La Salle Collegiate in D1, Williamston in D2, Schoolcraft in Division 3, and Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, game times, and more, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. Game balls this week go to Cass Tech sophomore Darius Akoff. He poured in 27 in an overtime victory over Detroit King in the PSL Championship game. The win moves the Technicians to 21-0 this year. On the ice, Flint Powers beat Midland 4-3 in overtime thanks to Jack Seawick's game-winning goal. The win gives Powers at least a share of the Saginaw Valley League title. And to the Plainwell wrestling team. They knocked off Allendale in the team regional finals, earning Plainwell its first ever trip to the wrestling team finals.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
The sun is out. The snow is in great condition. I'm zooming down the hill, making all my gates. I'm having a great run at the ski finals. But as I near the finish line, I lose a ski. Maybe I lose both skis, but my momentum is enough. Or I'm good enough on one ski to cross the finish line. Is that a legal finish? Ski rules state that the athlete's feet must cross the finish line. That can be done on both skis, one ski, or no skis. With electronic timing, the clock stops when any part of the skier crosses the line. With hand timing, the clock should be stopped when the skier's feet cross the line. If there's a question, the referee and the timekeeper are responsible for determining a legal finish.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you are interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. While most winter sports are either just starting the postseason or are about to start, there is one winter sport already in the record books. UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their fourth title in 5 years and 27th overall. They finished first in 7 of the 13 events, including all 3 relays. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Kingsford third. On the boys' side, similar story. Marquette finished first in 7 of the 13 events and all 3 relays. It's their 4th straight title and 30th overall. Senior Andrew King was fastest in the 100-yard backstroke and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Liam McFerrin was first in the 200 individual medley and on 2 relay teams as well. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
And we are back. Game being played at the Quest Center at Grand Rapids Christian High School. Northview Wildcats, we have a correction as thank you Ryan Armstrong keeping us posted. We had mentioned that Owinga had scored a bucket with about a minute left in that quarter. It ended up they ended up taking that ball out of bounds. That bucket did not count. And so we had the score wrong. So the Cats, instead of leading by 4 that we had mentioned, actually are leading by 6. It's 29-23 is the score, as take that bucket away from Owinga and Grand Rapids Christian. And so the Cats have a 6-point lead as they 14-12 after the first quarter, and then outscore them by 4 more in the second quarter. So the Cats lead it by 6, 29-23. Individual scoring for Grand Rapids Christian: Malachi Hooser with 4, Carter Goodike with 4, Dono Timms with 3, Nate Johnson with 2, and Jalen Owinga with 8. 5 different people have scored for Grand Rapids Christian. 4 different people have scored for the Wildcats. Tyron Thomas with 3, E.J. Ryans with 6, Cam Ryans with 10, and Brady Swartz with 10. Parker Swartz has not scored, but he has made some big plays defensively and a couple assists in the open court. Thomas's dunk that he no-look assisted to, so even though he hasn't scored, he has done a nice job defensively. Kyle, your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, it's a little chaotic here, as you've mentioned a couple times. But what I like is Northview's doing a good job, really trying to keep. I know I can't remember what you said Howlinga had, but
8.
They're trying to get it into him. They're working hard to try to get it into him, and Northview's doing a good job of pushing him away from the basket as much as they can, fronting him, and then doing their best to get help side over when that lob pass goes by. Northview's doing a good job making some tough buckets in the lane and being patient on offense too.
Yeah, Cam Ryans has had some tough shots inside, getting him to go. He's got 10 points. Brady Swartz has knocked down 2 threes. He's got 10 points. Cats have made 3 balls in that first half. Grand Rapids Christian 1. Owinga hit a 3 for them early on. And the Cats lead at 29-23 as the Grand Rapids Christian has to play Forest Hill Central. That is at Grand Rapids Christian, that ball game. The rest of their games are at home. I believe they play Wyoming after that on Thursday. Northview plays just Thursday next week at Greenville. And if they can win this game tonight, obviously you want to continue winning and beat Greenville. But even if they should lose that game at Greenville, they'd still have a 1-game lead if they can get this one here tonight. So this one's to clinch the league championship for the Wildcats. Wish we could be there, but the Wi-Fi not only there but in the area and hotspots and 5G phones. We've tried about everything, and that is just a dead zone in that area. And had to hustle home and bringing this game to you the best we can. We got to thank you, Ryan Armstrong, in our production truck right there at the stadium, at the Quest Center, and we'll do the best we can to get you some accurate information in this. The district for Grand Rapids Christian is at Forest Hills Eastern. The number 2 seed is Ionia that Grand Rapids Christian will have to face in Division 2. Grand Rapids Christian is the 1 seed. Northview will be in the Rockford district. Those draws will be Sunday night, and we'll have that information for you on our Northview Wildcats broadcast Facebook page and on my Twitter feed at MikeDiebold5 when we hear those draws. They usually come out about 7, 8 o'clock on Sunday night to find out the seeds. First 2 teams are seeded by their MPRs. Rockford and Northview are real close to each other, so they will not match up until the finals. But who they play the first, especially the Forest Hill Central game, how they are, because I think it's this alphabetically, this particular district does it, so that who's seeded actually second has the easier path, in my opinion, to the finals. But we'll see how that all plays out on Sunday night. Northview at the Rockford district. Cedar Springs is in that, and not an OK White team. So we're about ready to get things going here in the third quarter as the Cats lead it by 6. They have led by as much as 7 points, I believe, is their biggest lead of the ball game. They lead it by 7 right now, and Grand Rapids Christian has the basketball against a man defense that Northview always employs. Malachi Hooser, the lefty, has it, gets it over to Thames. He's being checked by E.J. Ryans. Thames have been quiet in this game, as he's going to pull up, hit a 3. Got it. Dono Timms, as I just say, has been quiet. Knocks down a 3. As Timms, the senior, says, I do not want to go down without swinging here my senior year, wanting to get a championship. Grand Rapids Christian has not won a championship since the 16-17 year. That was 6 years ago. Brady Swartz misses a 3, no good. Cam Ryans would come in and foul Owinga hard, trying to get the rebound. That league title by Grand Rapids Christian, that was not ET that won that. That was under Coach Mark Warner's, and that's when they had Xavier Tillman, who transferred over from Forest Hill Central, went to Christian, James Beck, Dwayne Washington, good team, made it all the way down to the state finals where they lost to Clarkston. Thane Fife coached Clarkston at that time. Now he's on the college staff. Shot is up, baseline drive by Nate Johnson. He gets it to go. He's got 4 points, 29-28. 1 point lead now, was a 6 point lead. Timms hits a 3, and Johnson with the baseline jumper, a little 5-0 run coming out here at halftime for Grand Rapids Christian.
And Christian starts in a zone here in the second half, trying to keep Northview away from the basket, make him shoot it outside.
Cats just playing around with it. Up top, Parker Swartz, who was hobbled with that ankle injury in that second quarter, is back out there. As 3 ball on the way by Cam Ryan's top of the key. Got a good look. Halfway down, couldn't get it to go. And away comes Grand Rapids Christian with the rebound. Timms has it. Timms breaks down. EJ pulls up, just misses, hit every inch of the rim, couldn't get it to go. And Brady Swartz has the rebound for the Cats. Shot by Timms, looked like it was right on. He did a little step back, got away from EJ a little bit, had a little 17-footer, but just couldn't get it to go.
It's kind of a matchup zone here for Grand Rapids Christian. I think Northview's got to look to find opportunities to get it inside in the middle. There they go, right to the elbow.
Cam kicks it out. Thomas, right baseline. He swing pass over to Parker Swartz. Cam Ryan's probes in the lane. Floater too long, no good. And away comes Malachi Hooser with the long rebound. Ball's almost stolen by E.J. Ryans, but Owinga comes up with it, has a little 6-footer. We get a whistle. What's the call? Eric Taylor gesturing for one of the officials, not sure.
I think he was upset with Hollinger the way he shot the ball. He's kind of motioning like, why are you fading away? Go straight up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. It's going to be Grand Rapids Christian's ball underneath their own basket. They do a designed out-of-bounds play from way up top. They end up just kicking it way out to Timms. He's being checked by the much taller Parker Swartz. He blows by Parker, gets to the basket, can't get it to go, and Cam Ryans comes away with the tough rebound. Going the other way, EJ floater up off the glass and gets it to go. EJ Ryans with a tough shot gets the first 2 points for Northview, and we get a quick timeout. That usually means Coach Channa, he likes to call timeouts after scores, and he must not have liked what he's seen with matchups defensively, so he calls a quick timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. Northview leads at 31-28, about midway through the third quarter.
LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. And thank you for your support of Northview Athletics.
And we are back. Quest Center, the ball game is being played. Grand Rapids Christian, 4:50 left in this third quarter. And the Eagles will have the basketball. They find themselves down 3, a one-possession ball game. This is most likely going to go right down to the wire. Turnover by Timms. Cam Ryans is going to pick it off. Miscommunication by him. Cam's going to go coast to coast and score it. Finger rolls it in the open court. And now a quick timeout by E.T. as both these coaches know it's important. These little runs back and forth putting a stop to them. Eric Taylor's going to call this timeout as Northview just went up 5.
Yeah, and I think Christian was really trying to force it into Howling there, and it wasn't open, and they tried to force it in, and it got picked off.
Okay, let's make this broadcast even a little more difficult as now the stream has been cut off. Let's see if we can get this corrected. There we go. All right. Getting a little nervous here.
We're going to have to call it without even being able to see anything. Uh-oh, here we go again.
Oh, we got the stream as Wi-Fi's tend to do at times on Friday nights. It can get a little wonky at times, so we're just going to do the absolute best we can here as got it fading in and out. We may be needing Ryan's technology here from the Quest Center. But we'll just do the best we can, and when we can see what's going on. But if it keeps fading like this, we're going to have trouble. Might be missing some points here and there. Grand Rapids Christian does have the basketball. Gets it top of the key. Malachi Hooser over to Nate Johnson. Johnson, 3-ball on the way. No good. Short. But Owingaw with the rebound, and they're going to say was last touched by Tyron Thomas. So Grand Rapids Christian will have the basketball. They have it way in the corner. Owingaw now has it. Left L. Dribble drives into the lane. Thomas can't get the rebound. Porte with the rebound. Missed shot. Gets another rebound, does Porte. Gets the second put back. Porte with his first 2 points of the ball game. And we have a 33-30 Northview lead. I'm guessing about 2:50 left in this third quarter. Parker Thomas gets it over to his brother Brady, right wing, going against a 2-3 zone by Christian. Parker Swartz, 3-ball, no good. Malachi Hooser gives it up to Timms. He's in the open court. He can't get he did get the finish. Timms with the finish. Looked like it came off the rim there, but he got it to go. As the long rebound on the missed 3 by Parker, and they got a break going the other way. Timms now with 8 points, and we got a 1-point ball game, 33-32. Coach, we got I think an official timeout. Tyron Thomas might have had some blood on him as he comes out of the ball game. Official timeout. Northview will have the basketball and the 1-point lead. About 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. E.J. Ryans against the 2-3, kind of a 1-2-2 zone being deployed by Grand Rapids Christian. Brady Swartz going to get the ball top of the key. Gets it over to E.J. Ryans. E.J. and Brady up top against this zone. Parker left baseline, gets it to Zerna down on the baseline. Parker swings it around Cam Ryans. They keep it on the same side of the floor. Now they get it to the other side of the floor. Cam Ryans on the right baseline. High arcing shot, gets it to go. Cam Ryans with a quick release in traffic. Cam Ryans is having probably his best game of the year. He's got 14.
Yeah, great job there. Just kind of a quick release before the big guys can get their hands up.
He got that up quick. Owingaw over the top. They were trying to, they're going to get a hold call on Parker Swartz. They were trying to get it to Owingaw. Went out of bounds. Could have been a turnover. They're going to call Swartz with the hold as he was getting around three-quarter. Parker doesn't like the call, but it's going to be Grand Rapids Christian ball underneath their own basket. Cats with a 3-point lead, 35-32. And we got some wonky Wi-Fi right now as the inbounds play we might not be seeing. Doing the best we can to bring this ball game to you, but when you have these kind of amateur broadcasts like this, it's relying on Wi-Fi and hotspots and things like that. And we got out of bounds play somehow. We're going to get a foul. Don't know if Owingaw scored that or not, but he's going to be going to the free throw line. Looks like a foul maybe on Jake Zerna, and Owingaw to the free throw line. Going to be shooting 2, so there was no bucket. 35-35 is the score right now. As
I think we may have missed some action here while the stream's going, but we're getting some score updates from the center there.
Owingaw misses a free throw, so it must have been a 3-ball somebody hit. Again, apologize for this, but we could not get any stream at all going at all at the Quest Center, so hustled home and trying to do it this way for you. Haven't had any issues doing it this way before. Awinga does knock down the next free throw, so we believe the score is 36-35 Grand Rapids Christian. It's time running down here at the end of the third quarter. Brady Swartz gets it top of the key. Right side, Parker Swartz. Parker gets it to EJ, top of the key. They're just kind of playing around with the basketball, not really probing inside the zone offense, just swinging it around the perimeter, eating up a lot of time. EJ gets it over to Brady. First lead in a long time for Grand Rapids Christian since they were up earlier in the ball game 5-3. So that's their first lead in a while. EJ Ryans gets it over to Brady Swartz, and the student section at Grand Rapids Christian right underneath the basket. Northview shooting at right now is loving the defense by Grand Rapids Christian as the Wildcats cannot get an open look as they're just playing around the perimeter.
About a half minute left, I think, in the quarter.
So they're probably going to wind it right down to the last shot. Coach Channa calls out 4, and they're probably EJ is going to hold it for the last shot. Cats down 1, and they have the basketball. EJ Ryans tries to get into the lane, kicks it over to Zerna. Zerna baseline drive, gets double teamed, and we're going to get a foul on Grand Rapids Christian, kind of a cheap one. Didn't see much contact there, but the official right there in front of it. Northview's going to have the basketball underneath their own basket with not much time left in this third quarter. Thomas entering the ball game. Zerna will sit. EJ Ryans takes the ball out in a box set for Northview. Cats down 1. They have the basketball. Out of bounds play. 3 ball on the way. Parker Swartz right baseline. Air ball too long. Thomas with the rebound. Too hard on the shot, and he can't get the putback to go. Quickly the other way. Awinga gets his shot blocked by Thomas. We got a lot of action going now. Brady Swartz going the other way. Baseline drive. Floater can't get it to go. And we're going to get a foul on Northview. As a flurry there as both teams missed some good looks there, Kyle.
They sure did. It's up and down there for a second when we thought we were holding for the last shot.
And we thought we were holding for the last shot. Must have been
We
just
might be a little bit behind on the stream.
Some
This is the live
time left as got a double team, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Eric Taylor as he can't have too many more left. And again, we don't have sight of a scoreboard in time, so we can't tell you about the foul troubles and how many team fouls are on people. So it's difficult broadcast here when you can't do it on site. We tried to do it on site and was unable to do it. But as far as we know, Grand Rapids Christian leads at 36-35. They have the basketball. And late into the third quarter here, and Christian will have the basketball after the Eric Taylor timeout.
And I've got Christian with just 1 timeout left.
And we got a whole fourth quarter to go. And should have some excitement down the stretch. And we hope the Wi-Fi here holds up. We usually have pretty good strength with the Wi-Fi. Sometimes on Friday nights it will bog down at times. But doing the best what we can to bring you this ball game. Malachi Hooser gets it over to Nate Johnson. Gudike drives in the lane. He can't get the finish, and away EJ Ryans comes with it. Coach E.T. won the foul called on Northview. EJ Ryans gets the ball stripped, as I believe that was Hooser or Quentin Willis that stripped the ball for EJ, so EJ couldn't get the shot off, and that's going to do it after 3, and we'll make sure we get that for sure score for you, but we believe it is Grand Rapids Christian 36, Northview 35 at the end of 3. We'll be right back to the fourth quarter.
Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited.
And we are back. Got another correction as we're getting some scores from people who are at the basketball games to make sure we're getting it correctly. But we believe now that this score is 35-35. It is tied up after 3. And so Cats had a 6-point lead at the half as Grand Rapids Christian outscores them by 6 in that third quarter. And we have a 35-35 ball game, and we hope the Wi-Fi here holds up as we can bring this conclusion to this ball game to you. The Cats will have the basketball all tied up for the league championship right here if the Cats can win it. Otherwise, could be a shared title here if both teams take care of business next week. Forest Hill Central comes in to play Grand Rapids Christian. Northview goes to Greenville. Should both these teams win and Grand Rapids Christian wins in this fourth quarter, it will be a shared title. Cam Ryans is going to be going to the free throw lines. He got fouled in the act of shooting, and he knocks down the free throw. Cam Ryans with 15 points in this ball game.
And Grand Rapids Christian went to a zone to start the second half. Northview only got 6 points in that third quarter. And the first possession in the fourth here, they got it inside against that zone and got Cam Ryans to the line.
Cam knocks both of them down. Big free throws by Cam Ryans. He's got 16. He had 10 last time these two teams played at Northview. So the Cats lead it by 2, 37-35. A little over 7 minutes left in the basketball game. Owinga going to be checking in. Next dead ball for Christian. Malachi Hooser comes up short. Might have been partially blocked. Cats come away with it as Hooser had a nice little 12-foot look, but partially blocked. E.J. Ryans coast to coast. A tough finish gets it to go. He's in double figures with 10.
Fantastic move there. And one of the ways to beat the zone is just to beat it down the floor, which they did there.
Northview back up to a 4-point lead, 39-35. Hooser has the basketball. He gets a high pick from Goodike. Hooser gets all the way to the basket and scores it. Nice job by Malachi Hooser, the junior. He's got 6 points. Got a 2-point ball game, 39-37. Cats in the lead and have the basketball going against the 2-3 zone. Parker Swartz gets it. Tyron Thomas, left baseline. Gets it to Cam at the right left elbow. They get it up to now Brady Swartz, top of the key. Cam Ryans, left baseline. Now they get it back up top. E.J. Ryans has it. Swing it to the right side. Brady Swartz, right wing, gets it to Thomas. Thomas spin move on the left block. Tried to do a left-handed jam. Can't get it to go. They're going to say it was off Tyron Thomas as he was stepping out of bounds as he tried to throw it off Nate Johnson, who was standing out of bounds. Thomas thought he threw it off Thomas, but the official said Thomas stepped out first. E.J. Ryans grabs him, so let's just get back and play defense. So turnover by the Wildcats. Thomas should have put that ball off the glass. He tries to dunk it in traffic way too many times.
He did.
Stubbed it on the rim. It would have been a big hoop as he had a nice spin move for the baseline drive. Cats up 2. Eagles have the basketball. About 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. Shot is up and no good on the drive by, I believe that's Hooser. And he'll go to the free throw line as he was in the act of shooting. Couldn't get the layup to go, but Malachi with 6 points. We go into the free throw line for the Eagles as the Eagles are down 2.
And that's the third straight possession where Grand Rapids Christian has got to the rim. So Northview's got to do a little bit better job of keeping them in front of them.
And the basket is good. That's Tyler Davis, the sophomore. That was not Hooser on that drive. Tyler Davis knocks down the free throw. Only a sophomore for Christian. It hasn't played much in this ball game. In a big situation right here. And he knocks down a pair of free throws. Tyler Davis comes in doing a nice job as a sophomore. He comes out of the ball game. And 2 big free throws by the sophomore as he ties things up. 39 all. And we're probably around 6 minutes left in this ball game. E.J. Ryans has it top of the key against the 1-2-2 zone. They've pretty much played this entire second half. Thomas with reverse layup, blows by Awinga. Uses the rim to protect himself, goes all the way around, reverse layup. Beautiful play right there by Tyron Thomas. He's got 5 points, and Coach Channa is going to take a timeout. And we don't have too many timeouts, I believe, left in this game. I know Coach E.T. is used all but maybe one.
Yeah, I've got 2 fulls and a 30 for Northview and just 1 full left for Christian.
All right, we're going to keep it right here and kind of recap this for you. Leading scorers for Northview, Cam Ryans with 16, his brother EJ with 10, and Brady Swartz had 10 first-half points, has not scored in this second half. He hit 2 threes in this ball game. For the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles, some balanced scoring. They got Tyler Davis, just hit 2 free throws, just getting into the ball game, hasn't played much, but Malachi Hooser has 6, Carter Gooddyke has 4, Dono Timms with 8, Jalen Awinga with 9 points leads Grand Rapids Christian.
And he's been quiet kind of since the first quarter. So Northview's been doing a good job not letting him get the ball inside.
Awinga had 13 the first 2 times these 2 teams played. Timms with 20 as he had 18 in the first half. Gooddyke was their 3rd leading scorer last game against Northview as he had 7, and Hooser had 6, and he's got 6 in this ball game. Leading scorer was Tyron Thomas last time these 2 teams played. He had 14 for Northview. Thomas only 5 in this ball game. Christian has the basketball. And they find themselves down 2 points. Timms 3-ball on the way. Got it right in front of his bench. Dono Timms knocks down the 3. And Christian leads it by 1.
Yeah, good set coming out of the timeout to get Timms a 3. Pretty good defense by Ryans. He had a good challenge, but he got it in there.
Cam Ryans gets it out. Parker, see if he can answer the 3. He does. Big shot by the senior, Parker Swartz. His first points of the ball game. You can't get a bigger 3 than that one. Parker answers Tim's 3, and the Cats back up by 2.
Yeah, terrific answer. And again, it all starts by getting inside on that zone. Got it inside, and then it got it a wide open 3 as a result.
Timms almost turned the ball over, lost control, but he got it back. Grand Rapids Christian against the man defense by Northview. Nate Johnson has it, gets it into Awinga. We're going to get a hold before the shot. Parker Swartz reached in as thinking Awinga was getting some pretty good position. Got himself about 6 feet away from the basket, did Awinga.
Yeah, not a bad foul there. Oh, now they're saying it was shooting.
Well, either that or they're in. Yeah, it's a bonus. So the Cats are over the limits. 17 fouls now on the Cats. So Awinga will be going to the free throw line, shooting 1 in the bonus. He's got 9 points. Make it 10 as he knocks the free throw down. Awinga in double figures, Timms in double figures with 11, leading scorer for Grand Rapids Christian. Cats have 3 people in double figures. Cam Ryans with 16. Awinga missed that free throw. Awinga misses the free throw. Got a tie, or Northview up 1, 44-43. Northview with the basketball. Cam Ryans gets it at the left. L is going to spin dribble, gets 2 feet from the basket, misses the left-handed layup, but Tyron Thomas with the big offensive rebound, and he's going to get fouled by Carter Gooddyke as he was going to go back up with it.
Yeah, great move by Cam Ryan. He is so aggressive when he gets near the basket. It's terrific. And I saw Coach Channa just kind of give him a strong, forceful high five right after that just to say, hey, keep doing that. You know, he didn't get the bucket to go, but it's a great move.
Cats up 1. We're in the 4th quarter, probably halfway through the 4th quarter. Say probably, because if you're just joining us, we can't see a time. We're getting time being texted to us from someone at the game.
And I think we're a little bit behind on that too. So
Cam Ryan's baseline drive, double pump, and he gets hammered to the floor, and he's going to be going to the free throw line to shoot 2, as he couldn't even hardly get the shot off. He was hit so hard. They're going to make him earn it at the line. Cam Ryans today, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Only a 56% shooter coming into this game at the line. And now we got a sped up. Oh, no, he's shooting the free throws, and we can't tell what happened with the free throws here. It went on fast mode, and now it froze. apologize for this amateur broadcast, but you can only do what you can do. So we're waiting for the feed to come back up as Cam was shooting 2 free throws, and we're going to have to get those results from you from someone at the game to see what happened with Cam and the 2 free throws as we wait for this to come back up. Continuing to wait.
I'm gonna try to get some info from people at the game right there live while this is loading up. They say there's 3:50 left. I'm seeing if we can get a score.
All right, 3:50 left in the ball game. Last we knew, Northview was up 1 and at the free throw line. We got frozen picture now, and so not the way you want to broadcast a game right here. But
we're still frozen, but I got 3:30 left in the game, and Northview's up 46-43. So I'm guessing Cam knocked both those free throws down.
Must have hit both those free throws, did Cam, which is big, which gives him 18 points on the ball game. Cats up 3, 46-43, and we're still frozen, and hopefully we can get this back up. I'm going to try something here real quick sometimes. And as soon as we can get some information for you, we'll keep you posted. We got some sound now. Brady Swartz happens to be at the free throw line. This looks like Brady Swartz hit a free throw somehow. So we'll get that score to you. As certainly apologize. It's impossible when you got a frozen feed here to go. Going the other way, Malachi Hooser, we just saw, scored a bucket for Grand Rapids Christian. As Kyle is texting some people at the basketball game. We are back to a live feed right now. Actually, it just showed the exact same play we just saw, so we're just going to make sure we're getting you some accurate information as it comes into us.
We got 47-45 is what we got here with about 2:30 left.
Northview with a 2-point lead. Just over 2 minutes left. We're getting some scores from people that are at the ball game. What we're seeing on our end right now, we're back to the feed. E.J. Ryans has it, gets it over to Jake Zerna. Zerna up to Cam Ryans. We believe Northview's up 2 with the basketball. E.J. Ryans has it. Probably 2 minutes left in the ball game. Bear with us with the call here as we do have the live feed going right now. Man defense by Christian. Triple teamed. EJ gets it to Jake Zerna, who's into the ball game right now. Top of the key, Tyron Thomas. Thomas dribble drive, nice no-look pass to Zerna. He's going to pull it back out, though. E.J. Ryans now has it. Cats reset. They're going to get jumped at the half court. E.J. breaks down the defense. Gets it inside to Cam. Cam pump fake, shot up and in. Cam Ryans, we have him unofficially for 20 points here. 20-point ball game, and Coach Eric Taylor's going to call a timeout, and we believe Northview is leading 49-45, and we'll get that information factual for you, too. When we do, we'll report it to you.
Yeah, it looks like that's what we got. I think our stream's slightly behind what's happening actually at the Quest Center, but we got 49-45 from on the ground.
49-45, Cats in the lead by 4. Cam Ryans just hit a nice clutch shot inside again. He's doing a nice job of finishing shots in the lane over the much taller Eagles. 6'7", 6'8" in there, Awinga and Johnson, and he's doing a nice job of finishing his shots, hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's got 20 points on the ball game. I believe that's a season high for Cam.
Yeah, he's doing a great job under control there. Pump fake, got the big guy up in the air, and then while he's coming down, he's going up and put it in.
Cats with the 4-point lead. 2 minutes. Minute 49-47. So we're a little behind, so we're not going to call because we got the live feed here, so we're just going to try to call it off the live feed. We see it 49-45 right now, just under 2 minutes left. And we'll just keep checking our scores that come in to make sure that we do have it right for you. But we do have the live feed. Hoosier has it, gets it over to Thames. Down 4, Grand Rapids Christian. Thames shot up, tough go, and he got it to go. Dono Thames with the score. He's got 13. 2-point lead by Northview now, 49-47. We're just over a minute left in this ball game. E.J. Ryans has it. Man defense now for Grand Rapids Christian. So the Cats got him in the defense that they want. Almost, it is a steal as Gudike comes away with it. Oh, a rejection by E.J. Ryans. He thought he swatted it off the board, but Gudike, E.T. wants a goaltend. I think we're just going to get the foul on E.J. Ryans. No basket, and so going to the free throw line is going to be Carter Gudike. He's got 4 points. Has one missed free throw in this ball game. He's going to line, and Christian is down 2 with about a minute left in this ball game. Makes the free throw, does Goodike. He's got 5.
Yeah, Christian got a defensive stop and steal there, and kind of a breakaway, and E.J. Ryans went up and challenged it, and hard to tell from our end, but looked clean, but he's on the line shooting 2.
Good up, got it. Goodike got them both. He's got 6 points, and we got a tie ball game, 49-49, as we have just around a minute left in the ball game. E.J. Ryans has it. He's being hounded by Malachi Hoosier. E.J.'s double team, gets it over to Cam, though. Get double teaming all around this four-corner offense now by Northview as they come out and double team does Grand Rapids Christian. Cats taking care of the basketball. They get it to Thomas. Thomas gets it over to Brady Swartz, going to shoot a 3. No good. Parker Swartz with the rebound. EJ gets it in the loose ball. EJ Ryans has it. And Malachi Hoosier with the foul. I'm not sure Brady wanted to shoot that 3 right there. It was open. He missed it, but Cats come away with the loose ball as no one got the rebound for Grand Rapids Christian. We are tied up. Northview has the basketball side out in front of their own bench. Probably about 45 seconds left in the ball game. Cam Ryans has it. Hands it off to EJ. He's double teamed, and Coach Chana saw the double team because it was right in front of him, and he's going to call a timeout. So the Wildcats might be their last timeout or second to last timeout. They're getting close.
I got him with 2 left still.
Okay, Cats with 2 timeouts left. Nice to have. 40 seconds left in the ball game, and it's tied up 49-49. And Kyle, we're hoping the Wildcats can get this in regulation.
I'd be a little more excited if I weren't doing 5 things at one time. You're checking my texts and watching the game and trying to help you out. So this is an exciting game, and obviously with a conference on the line here, tie game with 40 seconds left. Northview ball.
Tell you what, if you weren't here, this would be like a disaster, but it helps where you're getting some information from people actually at the game.
Well, thanks again to the Armstrong brothers for giving us that information. They're on the ground.
And we still have the live feed going fine, so we should be able to bring this conclusion to you. See if the Cats can, what a way to clinch a league championship if you can hit a last-second shot or in these last 40 seconds here, get a bucket and then get a stop and win a championship on Grand Rapids Christian's home floor. Again, they haven't won Northview won a championship last year, trying to get it back-to-back. Christian has not won a league championship since the 16-17 season when they went all the way to the finals and got beat by Clarkston in the finals. Xavier Tillman was a player back then, Forrestal Central transfer. Cats inbound it. Parker Swartz has it. Almost, it is turned over, and it's going all the way to the other end. It looks like it's going to be Northview ball, as now the officials, I think, are going to get together and talk about that on who touched that ball last. That was a weird situation. Parker looked like he turned it over. DeGroot kind of threw it forward across the 10-second line, and Northview's going to have the basketball as it goes out of bounds. Northview's got to go the full length of the court. E.J. Ryans is trapped, gets it to Cam. They still haven't got it across the timeline. Cam now gets it across the timeline. Gets it over to Brady Swartz. He's double teamed in the corner. E.J. Ryans now has it top of the key. He's being doubled. Ty Thomas gets it over to Cam. Cam has it. Cam with the floater up, no good. Ball's rebounded. Inbounded by Parker, or Brady Swartz gets it to Thomas. Thomas with the finish. Thomas with the score. He's got 7. Cats lead it by 2 as we had a flurry right there, and we'll describe that as now the Wildcats with the foul at the other end. So going to the free throw line is going to be Malachi Hooser. We'll describe what just happened there, but Thomas gets the quick save by Brady Swartz right underneath the basket, and he puts it up for 2. Cats lead it by 2. And Malachi Hooser's got 2 free throws he's got to make. Misses the first one. Hooser with the miss. As we got some feedback. I don't know if you guys are getting that on your end. And E.T. must have had a timeout left, and so he calls the timeout. So we'll reset here for you. Malachi Hooser will be at the free throw line shooting one more as he just missed his first of 2 free throws. Cats lead it by 2, 51-49. And do we have actually a...
We've got some information. I'm not sure if we're a little bit behind of what that information
Okay, so we just
is,
won't say anything. We'll just watch it live here.
Yeah.
We'll just watch it live. There can't be a whole lot of time left in this ball game. Guessing maybe 20 to 30 seconds left in the game. Cats hanging on to a 2-point lead as Hooser missed the first free throw. He needed both free throws to tie it up. Missed the first one. He will get another one as Cats are out of their huddle. And unofficially, we think Northview has some timeouts left that Coach Channa can call. Timms was just coming on to the floor and slipped and fell out of the huddle as we got some wetness. He went down hard, coming up a little gingerly. So Northview's out of the huddle. They're at the free throw line. Cam Ryan's talking to Parker Swartz and Tyron Thomas, giving him some info. EJ calmly at the...
Yeah, depending on how much time's left here, if they're down 2 and there's not a lot of time, they may try to miss this. They may try to miss this free throw. So it's important the Northview boxes out here.
It's a good call. They may intentionally miss this depending on how much time left. We have no access to how much time is left. Doing the best we can to bring this to you, as we don't want to get information coming too soon as we got the live here. So we just watch the live feed. If it should go out, we'll get it from the people at the game. But the Northview section, which is down at the end on the side of where Malachi's not shooting into the face of him, but Malachi Hooser's here and all the Northview crowd on the left side. Shot is up, no good. Looks like he did try to miss it as he had a weird shot. There was only just a second left in that ball game, and so the rebound is no good. And the Northview Wildcats with that free throw was shot and missed. The Cats, there was only about a second or 2 seconds left. And so he had to miss it, and he did a nice job. Hooser missing that free throw, went up high. They actually got the rebound on the left baseline, but he was kind of behind the backboard and could not get the shot up in time. And the Wildcats are going to win a league championship, as now they have a 2-game lead and they clinched the OK White championship. Wish we were there where we could have the players coming over with the broadcast, but we would not have had any Wi-Fi there, I guarantee that. But glad we could at least bring you this final score, and it was a live feed at the end so we can see the Wildcats clinch a back-to-back title for the second time in school history. There have been a three-peat. Northview can get it next year, but there's been a three-peat, 84, 85, and 86. Jim Ogilvie, the coach, in 84 and 85. Dwight Anderson, the coach, in 86 in his first year coaching, and that was a three-peat. But the Northview Wildcats are going to win the OK White Championship. They have 1 game left. They'll go at Greenville on Thursday. And you got confirmation there?
Yeah, I got confirmation.
So, because we did see the live feed, and apologize not knowing how much time was left. A good call on your part.
1.2 seconds left there is what they said. And so when he missed the first, he needed to miss the second so they could get a rebound. Like you said, he did a great job. Kind of a high arcing free throw off the back of the rim, so a high rebound. someone kind of came from the 3-point line, I think, to end up getting that one. They got a shot off, like you said, behind the backboard. Ty Thomas did a nice job kind of challenging that, but without fouling, and they missed it, and Northview got the W.
Wow, and one of the weirdest broadcasts ever with how things were fading out and this and that, but we did catch the end of it for you, which was our goal, is to get the information to you guys. We're going to take a quick time out. We will come back and have the final tallies for you in this ball game. And Northview, OK White champions, as they win it 51-49 over Grand Rapids Christian on Christian's home floor, the Quest Center. We'll be right back.
Nationwide Insurance. Call Northview grad Shane Saraki for all your insurance needs. Shane, a late 80s Northview grad, can help you with all your insurance needs. Call Shane at Nationwide Insurance at 678-634-6870. And thanks for your support of Northview Athletics. Thank you, sponsors of Northview Athletics. Frames Unlimited, Kyle Zimdar. Shane Saraki, Nationwide Insurance. LVC Financial Planning, Ryan Vanderswart. Josh Heating and Cooling, Ryan and Dave. Team IT, Brady and Sam. The Score Restaurant, Mike Marsman of Treadstone Mortgage. Ken Jansen of Lake Michigan Credit Union. Michelle Berger of Berger Realty. Mary Schoen of Greenridge Realty. Lake Michigan Credit Union. Angela Davis Brown Salon. Cutting Edge Builders. Tool Construction. Quality Express Car Care Center. Lindy Tanis of Tanis Home GR. Legend Signs. Flo's Pizza. Jones Construction. Christian Koff Fundraising. Plume Service Company. Shannon Swartz of Pure Point Mortgage. Woodland Airstream, and Straight Line Fence.
And we are back. Northview wins it, an OK White championship back-to-back with a 51-49 win over Grand Rapids Christian. Let's go over the individual scoring in this ball game. For Grand Rapids Christian, Malachi Hooser with 8, Carter Gooddyke with 6, Nate Johnson with 4, Tyler Davis with 2, Tyler Porte with 2, Jalen Owinga with 10. High point man for Grand Rapids Christian, Dono Timms with 13 points. For the victorious Northview Wildcats, Parker Swartz with 3, Tyron Thomas with 7, EJ Ryans with 10, Brady Swartz with 11. And high point man of the ball game, high point man for the Wildcats, Cam Ryans, I believe a season high 20 points, and he is going to be our Team IT player of the game. Freshman Cam Ryans came up big in this championship game for the Wildcats. Kyle, your thoughts on this ball game?
Yeah, it's an exciting game. Obviously, it was a little harrowing for us at times with the stream going out and everything, but Northview did just enough to get by. Some good defense down the stretch. Grand Rapids Christian, towards the end of the game when it was tied, was really putting a lot of pressure on Northview, which I was a little bit surprised in, but I think they wanted to dictate the end of the game. And, some great plays down the stretch defensively for Northview to keep Christian out of the last score there.
Well, I thank you for your efforts. You got your phone going. You got the tallying the score because we didn't have time. We didn't have to see what the score is. So you had to keep the score. So I appreciate it. If you weren't here, this would have been an absolute disaster.
I'm glad I did. When you called me and said, "Hey, I'm not getting any Wi-Fi at the Quest Center. I'm going to go home and do it," and you kind of gave me an out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll try and help you out." So I'm glad I could do that for you. A shout out to the Armstrongs, both Ryan and Mark, for filling me in with scores and times, verifying what we were seeing and things like that. So appreciate that. Just got a text from my dad that said we were doing an awesome job under the circumstances. So happy to hear that too. And I've got other people listening too. I know my wife Gloriana and Edith are listening. So shout out to them. Travis, my brother as well. So appreciate everybody listening, even despite the circumstances that they might have been hearing.
Yeah, we got a lot of listeners listening in, and we usually doubles because people listen to it after the game. So I'm glad we got the majority of this somewhat coherent. But it was an unusual experience, but what a great ending as the Wildcats win the league championship back-to-back. Congratulations, Coach Chan and their staff. They worked so hard at it. And still one more game at Greenville on Thursday. So you want to win that game, but you also want to get your players a lot of playing time with that. Well, Kyle, I appreciate your efforts, and we'll see you at Districts at Rockford here.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll either be there, and if you need me to be a part of it, I'll be happy to. Otherwise, I'll be in the stands rooting for the Wildcats.
All right, thank you. And with the win, Northview goes to 17-4. Grand Rapids Christian goes to 15-5. The Eagles' next game is Tuesday, right there at the Quest Center against Forest Hill Central. And I would like to thank AD Pat Marsman and Mike Frank for their help accommodating these broadcasts. Our next broadcast will be at Districts at Rockford. The draw is Sunday night. Check the Facebook and my Twitter feeds for information. Pre-game shows airs 20 minutes before the scheduled tip. Look for the link on the Northview Wildcats broadcast Facebook page and on my Twitter feed at Mike Diebold 5. So from my office in Plainfield Township, I wish I was at the Quest Center in Grand Rapids Christian. This is Mike Diebold along with Kyle Zimdar. We thank you for listening to Northview Basketball on the Northview Wildcats broadcast YouTube channel. Once again, the final score here tonight, Northview 51, Grand Rapids Christian 49. Everyone listening in tonight, hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great evening. Stay safe and healthy. And until next time, so long, everybody. And as always, go Wildcats. Northview back-to-back OK White champions. Go Wildcats.